The global trade war just hit a new peak. President Donald Trump has raised tariffs on Chinese goods to a shocking 125%. China responded with a massive tariff hike of its own, and now the European Union and other global powers are getting involved. Are we witnessing the beginning of an all-out economic conflict? Will this shake the foundations of global trade? Let's break it all down. Welcome to the channel. Here, we break down global events, international politics, and economic updates, so you can stay informed with facts, not noise. Today's story: a major escalation in the U.S. China trade war under the leadership of current U.S. President Donald Trump. Let's dive in. Just hours ago, President Donald Trump announced a dramatic new tariff policy aimed squarely at China. Effective immediately, the United States is imposing a 125% tariff on Chinese imports. Trump says this move is in response to what he called China's lack of respect toward America. In a post on his Truth Social platform, the president declared, "At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize that the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable." Trump also claimed that over 75 countries have reached out to U.S. officials, seeking to negotiate on key trade issues, everything from tariffs and trade barriers to currency manipulation. He emphasized that, under his guidance, these countries have not retaliated against the U.S., and that his administration is committed to rewriting global trade rules. But China didn't stay silent. Just before Trump's latest announcement, Beijing raised its reciprocal tariffs on U.S. goods from 34% to 84%. This came in direct response to Trump's earlier hike to 104%, which went into effect just after midnight. Now, with tariffs on both sides soaring to historic levels, U.S.-China trade tensions are entering uncharted territory. President Trump didn't stop with China. He's also taking a firm stance on other major economies. Here's a quick breakdown of the new tariff structure. 20% tariff on products from the European Union. 24% on imports from Japan. 25% on goods from South Korea. However, there's a twist. Trump has announced a 90-day pause on these tariffs for select countries. During this window, the tariff rate will be reduced to 10%, giving those nations time to come to the negotiating table. According to Trump, this pause is not a concession, but a strategic move to push for fair and reciprocal trade terms. The global response has been swift. Earlier today, the European Union approved retaliatory tariffs on $23 billion worth of U.S. goods. These were described as countermeasures to the U.S. tariffs, but the EU did note that they remain open to dropping them if the U.S. agrees to a fair and balanced negotiated outcome. Meanwhile, U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick posted on X, formerly Twitter, stating, "The world, except China, is ready to work with President Trump to fix global trade." Lutnick revealed that he and investor Scott Bessent were with the president when he crafted the announcement on Truth Social, calling it one of the most extraordinary posts of his presidency. Tariffs are more than just taxes, they're political weapons. This latest move by President Trump signals a bold new chapter in America's trade strategy. A hardline stance, a challenge to long-standing global trade structures, and a call for economic realignment. But there are serious risks. Tariffs can raise costs for U.S. businesses and consumers. They can provoke retaliatory strikes from global powers. And they can cause volatility in international markets. Is this the art of the deal, or the start of a deeper economic crisis? One thing is clear: the global economy is entering a high-stakes phase. President Trump's latest tariffs have already triggered a domino effect. China is retaliating, the EU is pushing back, and other nations are watching closely. In the coming weeks, we'll see whether this aggressive strategy brings better trade deals to the U.S., or if it spirals into a full-scale trade war. What do you think? Is President Trump taking the right approach? Or could this backfire on the global stage? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on this developing story. Thanks for watching, and stay informed.